Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me on this introduction to the Egyptian mission, Mission Mayat, or some say Mission Amat. This is named after the goddess Mat, who represented five things: truth, integrity, justice, balance, and harmony. And this mission is in her namesake because I am inviting all of you to join me in this very purposeful event, not only for a humanitarian purpose to help heal Mother Earth, but also to step into the divinity that you truly are. And as I discovered back in August when I went with 50 others, there's many encodements in the walls of these temples in Egypt. And as I was touching these walls and the hieroglyphs and feeling the energy and the messages that were left for us, I began to realize many, many things. My eyes were opened upon openings and more openings. And at the culmination of that trip, I got a very clear message that I was to return and take 12 people, and I was going to return very soon. So that ended in August. On August 21st, we culminated inside the Great Pyramid in the King's Chamber. And I was told that, or I was guided by that message the minute I got home. And who am I? I don't know how to explain myself to you if you have not met me in the physical. But what I can say is that I am taking that message very, very dearly because it was undoubtedly clear. And what I also know is this trip is not for everybody. It really isn't. I'm opening it up to the world, and I'm offering this invitation through various ways, this video being one of them. But really, it's only for 12 people. Only 12 people on the entire planet. And when you think about that, there's between 7 and 8 million people on the planet right now, and only 12 have already been predestined or have a karmic contract or have already been written in this destiny or divine plan that are to be in Egypt at this time on the planet, and they have been selected to be here for this particular purpose to do this work. Now, the bottom line is it's a humongous humanitarian mission. We are going to go there to help our beloved Mother Earth into her own transition or ascension back into her own true being of who she is. She's this resplendent, beautiful, abundant, prosperous planet, and we've just destroyed her. And we've destroyed her incredibly so in just even the last 50 years. And it's a shame, really. And if we are to continue going at the rate that we are, it doesn't look good. And so the underlying aspect is that we need to go and we need to right some of the errors that have been done, whether by habits or practices or the systems that have been put in place, and basically return it to the awareness of a cooperative humanity, a peaceful humanity, a loving humanity who really cares not only about themselves and their brothers and sisters, but also about this home here that we live on. And we have the opportunity to do that. So it's one part humanitarian mission and a whole other innumerable parts of a beautiful opportunity for each and every individual that is on this trip to return to that aspect that is pure, divine, prosperous, abundant, and fully awakened and or elevated in their consciousness. And this is what's really truly needed to also help humanity as a whole, because the more we start to open our eyes and to really feel from our hearts and to see the same things and to want the same things, then we start to care for one another and we start to care for this planet. But the upgrades are fairly significant. And I can say that because I was on this trip in August, and not only did I survive all the initiations by walking through many of these temples and walking on the land barefoot, but I was able to find a connection and go through that doorway or pierce the veil, let's say, or unplug from the matrix in a sense where I am compelled to really do this and lead others, and to do this with my own open heart, eagerly, and to also know that this is what is really needed for the planet right now. So I'm going to share with you here a slide, just a little slideshow that, let's see if I can share this screen with you first. Share the screen so that you can understand what this is about on easier to understand level if some people are very visual. So we will also culminate our trip in the Great Pyramid inside the King's Chamber. And this Great Pyramid, and I would really urge you to watch some videos, some documentaries, or do some research, because this is one of the most magnificent structures. It is the most magnificent temple on our planet today. It was crafted so precisely, and the energetics that each one of the 300 and, I think there's, I forget how many stones there are, the stones have a vibration. They're carrying this energy, and the precision in which it was built and all the geometries in which are perfectly matched really point up to the heavens. And the Egyptians made this as a temple to the gods, to their homeland, wherever God lives, let's say. And it was made for many initiations. I also have learned through many of my studies that even the Christ was initiated in the Great Pyramid. And so for the kings and pharaohs, this was an ascension chamber, which at the time of leaving the body could send someone back home, back to their origin. The Sphinx also has some mysteries as well, and that really is reflecting back to the sun, and it has much significance to it. And in short, walking across Egypt is like getting an incredible upgrade to your software system. So if you were a computer, you are going to get the latest and greatest upgrade that you could possibly have. And I can't tell you what it's going to be, because everybody is unique in their own way, and they're unique on their own path. But what I can say is the lights are going to turn on in many different aspects, and all you have to do is show up and be willing to participate, to do something for the good and the betterment of all humanity and the planet. So everybody is invited, but I'm really still holding the call out for those last remaining people to fill our collective to get the 12. And once that 12 is received, then I will post it on the website to let people know that the group is closed. And this is my last call in a shorter version to explain what the trip is about. So if this is resonating at all with you, please do not hesitate, because we do need to get our collective together. You can book your flights in and out of Cairo. We begin March 6th in the evening. You can also go to my website at matma.org and really read in detail what this trip is all about. We will culminate March 21st, and you can fly out the next day. And if you are coming more than a day away, or more than a time zone away, like 7 or 8 hours, you may want to get there 1 or 2 days ahead of time, so that you are ready to start bright and early March 7th at about 5 o'clock in the morning. The commitment dues to participate in this mission is $3,800 plus your airfare. So once again, somebody has to know that this is right for them, and they have to have the means to do it. And even there are some folks that don't necessarily, feel that this is something they can pull out of their pockets right away. But if you are one of the 12, then I know that it is possible for you to get this together real quickly. Once again, as soon as the spots are filled, I will share that on the website. So you can keep tuning in if you can't tune in and sign up today. The initiation tour, and the reason I call it an initiation tour, because after we do our works, and we're going to start right off the bat going to the temple that I was shown to pull our collective energy together and to right some of those aspects that are no longer needed in our collective consciousness, we will be on a tour just for you, and it's all about you. You will be getting energetic activations, or you will be walking through your own initiation to level up, let's say, or step into that quantum field, to take that quantum leap on your spiritual path. We will have a beautiful, very relaxing cruise for 4 days and 3 nights on the River Nile. And this is something that is so spectacular that it changed my life in many ways, because just going on the water brought many things to clarity for me. And these are the insights that you will continue to get as you walk this land, because it really is incredible. The energy that it holds in the land of Egypt is quite magical. It has all the energy centers of the chakras of the planet, and it also responds to the chakras or the energy centers in our own body, which also respond to the energy centers in the entire larger quantum field, let's just say. So this energy is around us and supporting us the whole time. We will have private access to some important temples. And this is where most of the money is spent, because I am not making a penny off of this. Since it was divined to me, I feel that I cannot really try to effort a group for profit. It would just be incoherent with the purpose itself. So we are spending a lot of money to get private access to these 5 temples. It's going to be the Temple of Man in Luxor. And the good news is, in December, another group went, and I know a handful of people that were on that trip, and the energy that was harnessed into that temple by that group radically changed the energy, not only for the temple itself. It reactivated the chakra centers in that temple, because when we walk through this temple, we do get to visit every single one of the energy centers that would be in a human being. That's why it's called the Temple of Man. And they reset it, and they are even more powerful at this time. So when we walk through this temple, it's going to be a wonderful initiation, because we will get a wonderful upgrade to our software, let's say. Our work begins in the southern tip of Egypt, in Abu Simbel. And the work that we need to do through the vision that I received is in the Temple of Nefertari. It is right next to Ramses II, his large temple, and Nefertari was his wife, and he built a temple for her and the goddess Hathor. And this is where we will begin our works right off the bat. And after that, everything is really for you. And just to let you know that once you do something for yourself, once you awaken, once you clear aspects that don't serve, once you up level, let's say, you do it for all of humanity, because we're all connected energetically in this web of life. And that goes not only from, one another, but, through the entire matrix all the way out into the cosmos. So once you do this good work for the planet and all humanity, you're going to get gifts in tenfold. And that's just the way the karmic law works. The universal law just works like that. So you're in for a real super treat. We will visit the Saqqara temple privately, which is phenomenal, because inside the Sekhmet temple is the goddess Sekhmet, an effigy of her, and she brings in the primordial energy, and this is really raw, pure energy. And I had a significant activation in this temple, and because of this particular incident, I believe that I am now able to get this guidance and to see things in a different way, and to hear these things that are coming through. Now, it may not happen for you, but I will tell you that to be on this land and to be on these sites will definitely change you in many unspoken ways. And it's really a gift for yourself to be able to walk this land and to visit these sites and to touch these walls. Of course, we'll culminate in the Great Pyramid. And that pyramid itself is just loaded with frequencies and an energy field that is unlike anything else on the planet. Its geometry was made just for this reason. It was made as an ascension chariot in a sense. And so we will get to be there by ourselves and connect and tone and really amplify our own human template, let's say. We'll also visit the Sphinx. We'll get to be in between the paws of the Sphinx. And these are just very special times that we'll be able to have private access to. And these are just the other lists of places that we'll get to see and what we're going to get to do. So we will spend some good time in the Sahara Desert, both to meditate at sunrise and at sunset. And then we will also be there under the new moon when it's a completely pitch black sky so that we can enjoy the stars and to really rest in the silence in the desert night and to really take in from, and not only take in, but to connect with our earth and to really travel with the cosmos within our beings. And it's just a lovely, lovely night that I have planned. And this was extra. So I hope that you really enjoy it if you're coming along with us. The list of other temples are here, as you can see, and we are really doing a whole roundabout through the entire land of Egypt, where we're not only going to be walking on her land and connecting with each energy center that is in her and into our own bodies, but we will be in temples that were dedicated very specifically for very particular things, and we're so fortunate that we will have a wisdom keeper that will be traveling with us. This is not a tour guide, and this is not an Egyptologist. This is a wisdom keeper. Like, think of it as, the great chief of a Native American tribe, the medicine woman, the person who would hand down the stories because they've come down the channels through word of mouth, and who really is keeping these secrets and these mysteries and these storytelling aspects alive. So we will have somebody with us to share that in a way that has been true to their culture over the years. But at the bottom line, what we're doing is we're all pulling our energy together. So if you could just think of how your heart is that really crucial transceiver. It receives so many messages throughout the day and night, whether you know it or not, and it also transceives. It's this energy center, and it's in your truth. You are just nothing but pure light. You're an incredible, already perfect, whole, sovereign being. And perhaps we've just forgotten through the years, or we've lost the connection as we go about our daily lives. But I'm fairly certain that most people know that there's a huge change coming upon our planet, and people are waking up, and we're recognizing that we do have this divinity within us. We do have this light within us. And so what we're doing is we're just going to pool our intentions together. We're going to open up that loving, unconditional heart space, and we're going to try and heal the planet by putting that loving energy back into the earth. And then also we're going to do it for ourselves so that we can connect to the light that we are, to the divinity that we have inside ourselves. And so this is really a beautiful mission, because we get the opportunity to really practice being loving, peaceful, generous, and good people, caring for one another and caring for this home that we live on here on the planet. And I'm going to leave it at that, because there's layers and layers and layers, but you get the picture. I'm just getting the word out. And so I would like to just let you know that this is open to every single person, yet it's only for 12 selected or pre-selected people. And I'm just here to share that word with you and to invite you and to say, please come if this is connecting with you at all, if this is turning on a light, if this is even slightly curious. Think about it and do contact me through the Connect page on my website, and that's at matma.org, and sign up quickly, because this is a very special group. And I may not know you. You've maybe have never seen me in your life. And I just have to say that this is something that you need to trust about yourself. This is really about trusting, about knowing, and about seeking that truth that is within you. And of course, the bottom line of this entire purpose is to help to return to the truth what our planet is, who we are as a collective, and to bring that back into balance. what I was told, and you will see on the website if you go and you read all the shares that I have put down in writing, is that it's very clear that we need to come back into balance, and we need to balance both the energies of the feminine and the masculine. And right now we do have this window, this door that's open on the planet that's connecting out into the cosmos and the alignments that are here in our galaxy. There's a window that's open that is affording these really prolific and benevolent energies that are helping us to do this. And so it is possible. And I am just delighted that I was able to receive the message, and I'm eager to put the word out. And I can tell you that there were a handful of people that went with me on the group in August, and some of them immediately signed up, and now, because so many changes are happening on the planet very quickly, they've been redirected, and so it looks like only 2 that were that originally were coming with me are coming again. And so if that's any reflection that they understand, that they get it, that it's that important that they're going to go back so soon, that they trust that I will be able to execute the trip in accordance with everything that I told you, with truth, integrity, justice, balance, harmony, then I hope that speaks to you if you've not seen me before. And if you're just hearing this message, I'm really happy that you did. And I'm happy that you stopped in. And I invite you to sign up as soon as possible, because we're starting here soon. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Trying to make it very quickly, because I know I've spent an hour really discussing everything precisely so that people understand. But in this day and age, we just don't have the time to watch a full hour of a video. So this is the nuts and bolts for you. And I hope that this has been something that you found useful in helping you make a decision. And do contact me through the connect page on my website at matma.org. Thank you so much, and have a most beautiful, beautiful day or night wherever you are.